All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Today we have a special guest. It's actually not. It's not past midnight this time. We are playing against my good bend. My good bend. No, we are playing against my good friend Tommy. He is a fellow Shogi player. He actually picked up Shogi alongside me a few years ago. We actually learned it together in Japan, and now we're both playing it to this day. And this is going to be a challenge. This is actually not a rated game. We decided not to make this a rated game. But I actually really wanted to talk about my play against him because he is not a Joseki demon. He is the opposite. He is just a wild, wild boy. So we are playing against someone who is very much going to play whatever. Play monkey, but he is a math major, for those who don't know. See, like, what is this? He would never play this in a normal game. I told him we're recording this, and now he's doing this. So, yeah, but he is a math major, so he believes in, I guess, logic? Question mark? I forgot to put the books under my mic. Give me 1 second. I have, like, books under my mics. There we go. I have books under my mic, so I don't have to, like, lean forward and stuff. I guess he did that pawn push because he's playing a Sente. He might not, because he's going to do that pawn push anyway, and he knows he's playing a Sente. I feel like he prefers to play Gote in most of his games. So I think this pawn push was to bring him back to Gote, to be able to respond to my attack, which I actually really like that. Some players are comfortable doing certain things, and it seems like, I'll ask him about it after the game, but it seems like he did that pawn push just to take some tempo off and to be able to respond to my attack. He's a very good counterattacker. He's probably the best counterattacker I know. So that's the scary part about playing against him. Brings up silver. Now, I always have the option of playing Central Rook, right? But I do want to play Urdeshino against him. The fact that he hasn't moved over his rook yet, we can't respond. He's probably going to play either fourth or third file. He likes swinging rook, but he does play static rook as well. He likes floating static rook. So knowing what your opponent's going to play in any match is just really good information because you kind of know how to set up and what kind of tricks you can do. And that way you don't get baited into casting on one side when you don't want to be casting on that side and vice versa. Let's think. I'm not going to hang this pawn. If he plays opposing rook, which I have a good feeling he's going to, there's a trap with opposing rook where if your king can be put in check, then you might lose your rook if you've hung it because they can. Exactly. So now I need to move my king to where if his bishop goes here, he can't put me in check on the next turn. For those who don't know about it, definitely research opposing rook. It is the most interesting part of opposing rook. It's a trap setup. But the idea of it is to get a free rook. And it works so often. If you haven't tried opposing rook, it's actually really, really fun. Highly recommend it. But my king is safe for the time being. And we have to decide how we want to attack this. Now my rook is hanging, but he can't push now because my king cannot be put in check. It's a weird system. He's going half Mino. He likes to set up like this. I don't exactly like that because if a bishop exchange happens, there's always this option. But in this game, he realizes there's not going to be a bishop exchange. So it's pretty safe to do that. It's no big deal. I know Tommy personally, he doesn't like two-piece castles. I feel like this gold is going to move up at some point. And let's see here. I kind of don't want to climb both my silvers. It's against opposing rook. I feel like just climbing one silver will be enough right now. Opposing rook, I like to move my gold over in a duck-leg style castle because this file will eventually just get opened. And when it does, I don't want my knight to be hanging, and I want to be able to defend against rook promoting here. And so moving gold over here in a duck leg style, it works really well in Traditional, I find it, especially against swinging rook players. But we don't have to move over gold yet. And we'll move over gold now. And now we can, both of us can begin our attacks. Now against Mino, switching over to central rook works quite well. But I like the idea of doing opposing right now. And it's kind of too late to go back to central rook. It takes a little bit too much tempo because opposing rook has this entire file open. So I can't really give up on that attack now. If he pushes center pawn, there's always bishop go back through there. But if he does bishop back, I can always climb silver or block. There's lots of options. And push edge here. If I'm going to climb my silver up on the edge, I want that to be an option. If he doesn't respond with an edge push himself, then we can just go ahead and climb silver. Yeah, but I kind of forgot I was recording for the YouTube video. I'm so focused on talking about Tommy. How is everyone doing watching this video today? This is a backlog video. Right now it is Sunday for me. So I think the day this will be uploading is on a Tuesday. So it's good to have a backlog because it takes some pressure off, it takes some stress off. One take. Now if he doesn't take, that's fine. Actually, I have the option of the edge pretty much at any time. If he does take, then I feel like I'm going to win this attack. So right here, what he does with pawn is really important. And if you ever play against Bogeen, or play Bogeen, this is very similar to Bogeen. It's pretty much the exact same thing, except this time you have the pressure of the bishop as well. So if you know the Bogeen style of play, you know not to take this pawn. If you take this pawn, it lets them advance their silver. So you're supposed to let this pawn be taken and then take with a piece. Now the annoying thing about Bogeen is that rook can go here and attack this way, attack that file. But personally, I'm not the best at doing that. I really like to do stuff like that, but I am taking this game relatively seriously. I know he is too. We both want to win this game. Yeah, exactly. So he swings over his rook there in case I do pawn up like that. And I have the option of an edge attack here. I have push, take, and then there's a Bogeen style edge attack, which I'm going to take some bit of seconds to read out. Take, you take with silver. I can't really do that because bishop covers the edge right now. Now there's always the option of it'll end with me lance on bishop head, which is an option, but there's always, he can lead me up with pawns. He doesn't have any pawns right now, but I don't have a pawn drop on this file either. And so he's just going to drop a lance on the head of my rook. And then it seems, if I let him get my rook, it goes downhill from there. Take. I'm fine with doing a trade here because this isn't normal style Bogeen. I have my bishop. And the good thing about gold here is if he moves bishop, I can move bishop back, covering the gold as well. There's always silver drop here, and then you can promote like that. Interesting. I would have moved bishop back here. I actually wasn't comfortable if he moved bishop back here. I am pretty comfortable with this though, because now I can do pawn, take, rook, and he can't really defend unless he drops like silver here, and then I can just drop silver on the head. I lose a bishop here, but I am threatening to get a dragon. Now, let me read this out. If I back up, I mean, how does he defend here with silver, right? I kind of like the idea of backing up. I push pawn. If he takes, I promote. But he has a chance for a bishop drop, which he can't drop a bishop on my rook anywhere. Can't really drop a bishop anywhere in my territory. I push. That's fine with me. My rook isn't hanging. Now there's always just pawn here. And against opposing rook, the best option here is just pawn here. I can always trade. He trades, I take, and then they take. But best option right now, pawn here. And I believe that is the best option in opposing rook. Now a lot of the advice I give, it's not going to be spectacular advice. But I've played enough opposing rook to where I think pawn there is the actual good move. If he lets me climb my silver here, what happens? I'm afraid for what's to come. Personally, he can really do anything he wants here. There's bishop drop here and stuff like that, targeting my gold. Yeah, exactly. Targeting my gold. If I do silver, he takes, I can take, he takes. It's interesting. I think I do, okay. If I do gold to the side, no, if I do silver here, and he takes here, then I can do pawn drop here. If he takes with rook, then I can do pawn drop here. Wow, it would be really nice to have that silver. So I could just promote here. If he takes, I take his rook, they take, and then I'm down tempo. I have gold up. If they do silver, I just take the bishop. They can take, and then I can do promote, bishop, shenanigans here. He's a good player. He's a really good player. I don't want to waste a silver drop. I can always swing my rook over here. If he takes with rook or with bishop, I mean, if he takes with bishop, it's just defended. Jeez. If I scoot gold over, there's always the option of scooting gold back to where it was. Then they take, I take. We're just gonna drop silver. I'm gonna. We're gonna see how this goes. This gold is such good defense against an opposing rook. I really don't want to move it. If he promotes here, that's fine. It means I get an attack on his rook. Exactly. Now I have stuff like bishop drop here and attacks like that. This bishop can't move. It's pinned. I have pawn drop here. If they take with knight, I don't want to do that. Pawn drop. I could take, rook takes, and then I have pawn drop here. I'm gonna get the attack started on this side because there's so many good bishop drops here that I can reinforce. Now I am in Byoyomi now, but that's okay. I just have to use my time wisely. Hangs my rook. Hangs my rook. What a good play. If I scoot over... See, if I take... If I take, they can put me in check now. And then now they get a free rook. But I have good defense over here, and I'm fine with having an extra bishop drop. See, now they just do bishop down anywhere they want to. I take. They get a free rook. And I have bishop drop here. I have bishop drop in a lot of places. I have pawn drop here, which is just really good. This is why I like gold here so much. Bishop drop here doesn't do too much because I don't have any pieces to reinforce an attack on this square. I'm actually quite nervous for this game. I don't like doing this because their lance is now active. Yeah, Byoyomi's actually kicking my butt right now. If he takes this pawn, I can pawn drop here just to reinforce this defense here. Now, if he takes here, it's a major problem. Maybe I can do gold up. If he rook drops, I go up. He doesn't have silver drop. Oh, he does, though. He does. I think here I should have taken with gold, because now I have 2 pawns here hanging. If I had taken with gold, like this was a pretty strong camp. I think if I had taken with gold, I'd be in a much better situation here. If he takes with dragon, really? Really? What the hell, Tommy? What the hell? What is he trying to do to me? He's gonna... Fuck. I can't not take it. I don't have enough tempo to attack. I have to take it.
20秒1
What a good attack. I pretty much have to defend here with Rook. And that never ends well.
2 3 4 5
Jeez. I can't drop a pawn to defend that. I'll take generals right now. Okay. There's always rook drop here. Which isn't great. Which isn't great for me. Exactly. Man.
10秒
Just playing well. If I run up here, he can take... He doesn't have a bishop. He can't really catch me through the diagonals.
20秒 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
I can't really block right now. I can't really block. I just don't have the pieces for it. I need these to attack. If I'm trying to win this game, I can't block. Now if my attack starts and his dragon's still here, I have forks. If his king gets to this spot, like... Oh, this is a crazy game. I'm glad I'm recording this one. He's playing exceptionally well. Like that rook sack there was very powerful. Let's start an attack. It's a bit of a hard attack. He kind of has to take in order to make this a solid attack. But I do have the option of putting him in check, which is the good part. All these pawns here, like all my pawns in my hand are useless. If he had a bishop here, it'd be mate. That's the scary part. So I gotta be very, very careful about my bishop placement. Now he can always do dragon here. If he does dragon here, it's looking kind of bad because then he has rook drop here and then it just pincers me. That actually looks terrible if he does dragon there. If he does dragon on, what is it, 2-8? Okay. Same thing. Same pincer. Yeah, yikes.
10秒
Yikes. If I run up, he's probably just gonna sack. But I don't have any other option here. I'm surprised he did silver there, honestly. He might be able to drag me forward. If he gets, yeah, exactly. If he gets more generals, he can just do gold drop here, and it's like there's just so much that can go wrong here. And shit. This is looking like a lost game. My first loss in this series. Yeah, because now he can drag me forward. He does gold here. If I take silver gold, that's mate.
20秒 1 2 3
If I do bishop here,
5 6 7 8 9
oh yeah. That's a very defensive move. But I have no way of keeping tempo. He has mate on me. Do that without promoting. If I go down, he has one square up dragon. I go up here. What can he do? Gold? Gold here won't work. He can do dragon. That might not work either. So I can block with... wow. No, it will work.
20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yeah. If he does gold here, it's the wrong play, but he's not going to. He's going to do dragon up. Activate his dragon. And then I have to block with either a silver or a bishop here, which either one is really bad for me. Like if I did bishop up, he takes.
20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Yeah. Yeah. Good move. If I take there, he does dragon here. And I can't run forward, I can't run backwards, and it's mate. If I take, he does gold. I run back down, and it's the exact situation I'm in before. That is very good, mate. Very good find. Tommy, you play a heck of a game. Don't ever stop playing Shogi if you're watching this. And if you're in chat and you don't play Shogi, or you're learning Shogi, or you do play Shogi, don't ever stop playing if you enjoy it. It's hard to get back into things. But don't pressure yourself either. Just have fun with it. It is a game. So definitely take your time to enjoy that. Yeah. I have to block with silver here. I could block with bishop. Honestly, I like the idea of blocking with bishop better. I like the idea of blocking with bishop better. Doesn't matter. I was like, he can just play something there, but he's gonna get a general first. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Oh, good game, Tommy. Good game. Alright. Well, that was the game. I hope you all enjoyed it. This was, I believe, the 4th episode of this little series I'm doing, this daily series. I'm gonna try to keep it up. My goal is, gotta start small. Do a week of daily uploads first. See if I can turn it into a month, into 2 months, and proceed from there. But I'm really enjoying doing this. I'm having fun, and I'm super happy everyone's watching and being a part of it as well. But have a fantastic rest of your night or morning or whatever, whatever time it is. It's so cool that Shogi players are all over. But love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you want to. Leave a comment and just let me know if there's anything I can do better. I had a lot of fun. See y'all later. Bye-bye.